people that you have a virtual assistant business and you are actively looking for clients. These are the kind of clients you're interested in, and these are the services you offer. Do you know anyone? This is really important. If people in your network don't know that you're a virtual assistant, then they have no idea that they can help you find clients.
Hey, Laptop Freedom Babes, Wonderlust.
This is Pillows from Greece.
Hello.
So excited to go live. It is 5 p.m. Pacific. Yay! And if anyone has noticed, Wednesdays around 5 is sort of when I'm going live consistently so far until things change. This seems to be a good time to go live. So let me know that you're here. Say hi. Honestly, I can't see who's watching unless someone says something. Jess, of course. Jess is my queen. And let me know where you're from as well. So there's like, this is cool. So I can do like polls and stuff like that. In honor of Wednesday, I'm having some wine with this live. Very excited. I have had that bottle in my fridge for like 5 days as I just have like one glass a day. I'm really excited to go live with everyone today for this free training on where to find clients. Plus, where not to look for clients and why. So really excited about this. In fact, I think it was around February, we even hosted a don't order Amazon after wine. Jess, few truer statements have ever been made. Yeah, we did a free challenge in the WVA Facebook group back in February of finding clients, and it was really awesome. I posted an exercise every week to kind of get everyone really set up in finding clients. This is a question that I get all the time, but to be totally honest, I don't get it as much as I think I should, because finding clients is the most important part of your business. It's not really a business until you have clients. Setting up your business. So what we go through in the Laptop Freedom Program is really kind of, it's why it encompasses everything, is that the first step that we go through in the program is called the foundation, and we set the business up. We get the taxes and expenses all set up, payments, VA profile packages, prices, all that kind of stuff set up. We get the banking set up for you on the business side, and then we start finding clients. And it's not until I really emphasize the importance of finding clients do we really kind of even talk about the skills and getting familiar with the softwares and the programs and stuff like that, because finding clients is the most important part. We can do skills training forever. We can hide behind the excuse that we're not good enough forever and never actually find the clients and make the money. I just had a Laptop Freedom application connection phone call today, and she's amazing. I'm so excited to work with her. And we talked about the analogy of, what it's like watching YouTube videos on how to play soccer and then actually going out in the field and playing the game. That's the difference between people who look for clients and find clients and people who just continue to always do skills training. So I'm really excited to dive into this and talk about where to find clients. You can also, at the top of the group, you can download my free guide on where to find clients. So lots of information on this. And then I really want to talk about where not to find clients. And it's no one's fault that people are looking in these areas. It is so normal. Hint, Upwork, I will be talking about, but I'm going to dive into deeper about that. So super excited. Okay, cool. Let me pull up my notes here. So I have kind of separated finding clients into two areas. The first one is social media, finding clients sort of on the online sphere, and then Your network, your community, that's the second kind of boat that we can look for clients. And this is so important. So, where to find clients? Facebook business groups are a great place to find clients. Pop into the search bar at the top of Facebook and type in anything like virtual assistant, digital nomad, freelance, and then click on groups. You have to go over to the right and click on groups to filter it to the groups, and you will find groups that are specifically for job postings where clients need virtual assistants. These are great places. There's so many groups on Facebook that do this. And I didn't know this about Facebook when I was first starting my business. To me, Facebook was just a place where I kept in touch with my friends and my grandma saw photos of my travels. That was what Facebook was to me. I had to go through the Laptop Freedom Program and have mentorship to be shown that there is a business side to Facebook, and the groups can be so valuable. So Facebook groups that are specifically for virtual assistants that have job postings are the place where there is the most job postings for virtual assistants from clients who want to be working directly with a virtual assistant opposed to through an agency or through a freelancer site. So that is the best direct VA to client resource for jobs is the Facebook groups, and there's tons of postings there. So to then also go off of Facebook groups, there's lots of Facebook groups for virtual assistants, for virtual assistant job opportunities. And then there are the Facebook groups where your ideal client is hanging out. So if you are thinking about your ideal client is a yoga studio or yoga teachers who do remote teacher trainings and online courses and all that kind of stuff, then maybe you want to start joining yoga business Facebook groups and checking in on them. And then when you see a client post a question that you as a VA can answer, you can start that conversation, you can start that connection. So that's a bit more nurturing about connecting. It's not necessarily a blatant like job opportunity, this is who I'm looking for, but it allows you to get to know your ideal client and start to support them and reach out to them and connect with them, because a lot of people don't even know that virtual assistants are out there and how valuable they are. So Facebook groups are really, really important. There are Facebook groups out there with job opportunities. They're like online billboards for job opportunities, which is awesome. And then if you've got an ideal client, hang out where they're hanging out on Facebook. You know, what communities are they in? What groups are they in? And, you know, support them that way as well. The last place sort of on the social media group of places where you can find clients is Instagram. Instagram is a great place to make connections with potential clients. If you're on Instagram already, when you're scrolling, the next time you're scrolling, ask yourself, who do you follow and why? You know, do you follow lots of sort of outdoor accounts? Do you follow businesses that are, you know, boutique businesses that sell a certain kind of thing? Do you follow a lot of stationery and calligraphy accounts? All of these things. Why do you follow them? Probably because it interests you, and that will kind of help you shape your ideal client as well. And Instagram is a fabulous place to find clients. It's becoming more and more a great place to find clients from sort of two angles. One is that you can create connection with potential clients. You can engage with them, like their content, comment on their content, you know, potentially send them a DM, ask them if they've heard of virtual assistants before and create a connection there, a flow there. It's a bit more cold outreach, but when it's organic engagement. It's not as cold. It's just like knocking on someone's door, if that makes sense. It's like you're engaging with them, you're interested in their content, and maybe you notice that they're not posting on Instagram as much as you think they should. Or maybe you like their account and you hopped over to Pinterest and you noticed they weren't on Pinterest. And then you can eventually reach out to them and say, I'd love to support you in this way. I've been following you. I'm super interested in your stuff already. I'm a virtual assistant passionate. And, you know, have you heard of a virtual assistant before? Those kind of things. The other way Instagram has been used really well, it's about getting really specific. I don't normally talk about creating a social media account for your business because that can just be another energy drain where you put your energy and not actually actively finding clients. But one of my LFP alum did an amazing job by creating a social media account for her virtual assistant business, very specific about the client she wanted to help. And then from that account, she went and she followed those clients, and all of her content was virtual assistant specific for that industry of clients. And it worked really, really well for her because she was introducing virtual assisting to an industry via Instagram, and she had a lot of clients reach out to her because they learned about how virtual assistants can support their business. So Instagram isn't necessarily direct, like clients are going to post like I'm looking for a virtual assistant. Sometimes that does happen, but Instagram is it's a place where you don't want to ignore clients potentially hanging out. And it is another tell-all of the kind of clients you are interested in because you can see who you're already following, and that kind of emphasizes who you're interested in. So I see there's a couple people watching. I would love for you to say hi, tell me where you're from, and of course if you're catching the replay, let me know as well. So that is, where to find clients online. Using Facebook, using Instagram, social media, that's a great place because that is where lots of businesses are hanging out. And if businesses are not hanging out on social media, then they probably need a virtual assistant to help them with that. So then the other place the other kind of group of places that you can find clients are not online. They're more in real life, if that's how you want to put it. In your community, your network, businesses around you, physical businesses around you. So your network. And this is a big one. This is basically talking your business into existence. So telling people that you have a virtual assistant business and you are actively looking for clients. These are the kind of clients you're interested in, and these are the services you offer. Do you know anyone? This is really important. If people in your network don't know that you're a virtual assistant, then they have no idea that they can help you find clients. So when you start to share with people that you are starting your virtual assistant business, it's amazing how many friends and family and community members are going to be like, oh my gosh, no way. I know someone who could totally use you. Let me connect. Or I could totally use you. I didn't realize you were a virtual assistant. I would love to have a discovery call with you. That is so important. If people don't know you are a virtual assistant, then they're never going to consider referring you or even hiring you yourself. And so that's a big ego thing. Some people don't want to talk about their virtual assistant business until they feel established with a couple of clients, but you really have to be humble. Hello, Katie. Thank you so much for sharing. You have to be really humble and just be like, I'm starting out my virtual assistant business and I'm going to speak it into existence. I'm going to let people know. Referrals are huge. And then here's the other thing about referrals. You have to remind people. You have to tell people multiple times because you're going to Tell your mailman that you're a virtual assistant, and he's going to be like, that's great. I totally can think of someone I will suggest you to. And then your mailman gets back into their little car and they go to the next couple mailboxes around the neighborhood and they've already forgotten. And that's okay. They're only human. So you have to remind your network that this is what you're doing as well. The other great thing about reaching out to your network is there's a pre-established trust going on. So if you are referred to someone, you already have a middleman as a connection, and there's already that trust. Referrals are great. Clients love virtual assistants that are referred to them because then there's already this level of trust and connection. They have something in common. Your network is such a powerful place to find virtual assistant clients. That pre-established connection, that trust that's already there, and people want to support you. People love that you are starting this new endeavor and they want to support you. They want to help you find clients, and it's really, really exciting. Referral is also something, if you can get used to it at the very beginning of your business, then you are already going to be prepared to asking your clients for referrals as well. So referrals from your current clients is huge, and you are allowed to work with multiple clients. If one client only wants a 10-hour package from you, they obviously know that they're not supporting your entire income and that you have to have other clients. So you can reach out to your current clients for referrals. Anything along the lines of, hey, I love working with you and doing projects like X, Y, and Z. I have room on my roster for other virtual assistant clients because I love working with you. I wanted to reach out to you first. If you know of any other business owners or clients in your area that are looking for a virtual assistant, I would love to connect with them and sort of stay in that circle. That's a great way to find clients, is through referral. So the last place to find clients, so that one was networking in your community. It was a big one. The last one is businesses around you, like real brick and mortar businesses or even your neighbor's online business. Virtual assistants are most commonly an online, like for online businesses, but that's only because brick and mortar businesses are behind in learning how valuable a remote contractor can be for their business. Not only do they save costs hiring a VA, they don't need to give us an office or office space or supply us with pens and pencils and all this kind of stuff. Businesses around you. A yoga studio, a physical yoga studio, still has a social media account, still has a website that needs maintaining, still should be, emailing their email list and have online marketing, still has admin. All the shops around you, cafes. Is there a cafe that you love to go to and you've noticed that they're not online, they don't have great social media? Did you notice during COVID-19 that a local sandwich shop totally crashed and burned because they didn't have their website set up for takeout? Or did you notice that the personal trainer that you love going to her Zumba classes, when the gyms closed, she was totally out of work and she could have had courses and classes set up online? There is a need for virtual assistants across all businesses. So really look at who is surrounding you. You probably live where you live for a reason. Hopefully you like living where you live. And so reach out to the local businesses as well. There's so many virtual assistant clients, and not only now has the demand for VAs gone up because of this switch to online business during a pandemic, but there's also all of those clients that I call them, I kind of call them ghost clients. It's like they don't know yet what a virtual assistant is. They still get to learn what a virtual assistant is. Hello, Kaylee. And when they learn what a virtual assistant is, they're like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. That makes so much sense. I can totally use a virtual assistant for 20 hours a month to help me with social media instead of investing in a huge marketing agency. They get to learn what a virtual assistant is, and then those clients are now potential clients. So the demand for VAs is only going up. So those are some really great places to find virtual assistants. Facebook clients, Facebook groups, Instagram, who are you following around on Instagram, your network, your community, your friends, your family, people in your church, CrossFit co-members. Speak your business into existence. And I know it feels weird at first. And, in the Laptop Freedom Program, we have all these really fun kind of tips to sort of reach out to your community and take advantage of people who already are most likely going to love and support what you do, and those referrals where a pre-established trust is already there and a connection, and then local businesses as well. So don't necessarily limit yourself thinking that only online clients are looking for virtual assistants. Not true. Not true at all. Every business can use the help of a virtual assistant. So very, very exciting. Now, where not to find clients. This is a big one. I'm going to publish this poll, see how it goes. I'm excited to, did it work? Yep, there we go. Awesome. Have you looked for clients on sites like Upwork, freelancer.com, etc., etc.? This is one of the places not to look for clients. And you know what? Everyone does. It's not a mistake when you don't know yet your options. When you Google remote work, digital nomad, work from home, online business, when you Google any of those key searches, freelancer.com shows up and Upwork shows up. And so of course you're going to click on it. That only makes sense. But I'm going to tell you why those are not good places to look for clients. So the places I did suggest that you look for clients, they are direct client to virtual assistant connections, conversations. The client is directly hiring the services of the virtual assistant, okay? Sites like Upwork and Freelancer and Indeed, those are the sites that show up. They are a middleman. They are a middleman between the client and the virtual assistant, which means they take a cut of your earnings. You do not get directly paid by your client. Indeed, Upwork, Freelancer, they take a cut because you use their site to find the client. Any site that requires a membership fee, Hire My Mom, that requires a membership fee. They don't necessarily take a cut, but just know that you don't have to pay to find clients. Can you imagine if you went to get a serving job in a restaurant and the restaurant charged you for an interview and you had to pay to interview at Montana's Steakhouse? Like, can you imagine? So we don't need to pay to find clients. So, and that is something that Upwork, Freelance, Indeed, agencies do. They take a cut. And I'm here to tell you, you are empowered to find your own clients and to run your own business and to work with them directly and have those agreements. Upwork, Freelancer, Indeed, these sites are extremely global, extremely global. So that means that it's not only like North Americans or UK citizens or anything like that that are on there and offering their services for $20 to $50 an hour. Also on there are going to be virtual assistants from India and from Asian countries, etc., that are offering their services at $5 or $7 an hour. And that's a whole other training on why those are very, very different. And so it's much more global. So that means that it attracts clients who are not necessarily looking for, I don't want to say quality, but are not necessarily looking for virtual assistants that they want to really invest in and see them growing as part of their team. They might just want someone from India to transcribe speech for them. That might just be all that they want. They might just want someone from India to, copy paste some really basic customer service answers to emails. So they're not necessarily looking to invest in a virtual assistant, teach them, see them grow, maybe bring on their virtual assistant to someone who manages their social media and then grows into a marketing director. That's not necessarily what those clients are looking for. So you're going to get lower quality clients going to those sites. You're also going to get clients who want to hire someone for $5 an hour. And I feel very strongly that that is bad energy. I don't think anyone should be hired for $5 an hour, no matter where they live. And if a client doesn't believe that their business can afford a $25 to $50 an hour virtual assistant, then they don't believe in the success of their business. So that tells you a lot about clients. If clients are cheap, that means that they don't believe in the stability of their business, and it's a huge red flag. Lastly, Upwork, Freelance, Indeed, it really restricts your relationship with your client because a lot of the communication through your client goes through those sites. So once you get a client, you don't necessarily break off and become independent from Upwork, from Freelancer, and then start to work with your client. I think hire your mom or hire your mom or whatever. I think you do. I think once you find your client, you then break off and you two fly off on your own after you've paid the membership fee. But Upwork, Freelancer, Indeed, it's like you work for them and then they outsource you to clients and sort of all of the work and everything like that goes through there. So you don't get a real relationship with your client. It's all through this agency kind of feel. So love it. Yes, Kaylee, every business needs a VA. You work for 2 chiropractors. You know what I love about you as well, Kaylee, is that your clients are from all over the world, which is just the coolest. It's the coolest beans. So Indeed, Freelancer, Upwork.com, those are my number one places to not find virtual assistant clients. And trust me, I know why everyone looks there, because when you Google online work, remote work, work from home, those are the top places that pop up. So of course you're going to click on them, and of course you're going to think that is the only place to find clients. I want you to feel so empowered that you can find clients by yourself and you can handle onboarding them and you can send them an agreement that you both agree to and you feel good about the banking setup of your business and you can send off your invoice and they can pay and communication setup and all of these things. These are all things that we go through in the Laptop Freedom Program so that you set up your relationship with your clients with a really strong foundation. You're organized, payment is easy, communication is flawless, all of these things. You do not need to go through sites like Upwork and Freelancer and Indeed and sell your soul to them, let them take a cut of your earnings, pair you with low quality clients. There are so many scams on those sites as well. They're too big. They're too big. They're not filtered. They're so like the scale. They're on a global scale. There's so many scams, and that is scary. That's really scary. You don't want to be new in your business and be scammed by these sites. So I kind of want to scare you away from them. So scams, cut of your money, big scary words, because where the best places to find clients are direct VA to client job postings in VA specific Facebook groups, and then, organic warm reach out where you create engagement and connection with potential clients, and then the safety and pre-established trust of your own community and network and businesses around you. Okay, so you can do this on your own, and it might feel easier to just click on a posting in Freelancer and have it kind of connected for you. But what are you learning in business when you do it that way? That is not a sustainable way to build your business either. The most sustainable way to build your business is by you doing it and setting it up from scratch at the beginning, so that you have a well-established relationship where you do not get screwed over by clients, you do not get scammed, you have agreements and communication and organization already set up, you learn who you are worthy of working with. All of these things are so important to set up at the beginning of your business, because what I don't want to happen is, there's someone that I've worked with in the Laptop Freedom Program. She was a VA for 2 years, and then she joined the Laptop Freedom Program and learned she'd been doing it all wrong. And that's why she had bad clients. That's why her organization was disorganized. She was getting screwed over and abused by her clients because she didn't set it up properly the first time. And so she wasn't having a good experience. So this is important. This is where you find clients, and then of course where not to find clients. So I would love to answer any of your questions. See, let me know where you're visiting from. Halifax. Hi, Amy. Oh yeah, of course, Amy. We were just talking, we were just DMing. Of course, I always forget that like Halifax and Nova Scotia are like the same place. And yeah, let me know when you catch the replay as well. And I'm super excited to continue my conversations with everyone who is curious about the program and answer all of your questions. I cannot emphasize enough, finding clients is the most important part of your virtual assistant business. It doesn't exist until you have clients and until you're getting paid. So you can hide behind skills training as much as you want, and you can invest in bits and bob skill training and starter packages or whatever. The most important part is finding clients, and finding clients on a foundation that's set up so they're onboarded really strongly at the beginning, because that is where your VA business will launch from. So I'm so excited, and thank you for tuning into my live.